My name is Sarah. I thought it was a normal abandoned house. I thought she was a normal girl. I thought we'd play a normal game of hide and seek. Turns out I was wrong. Dead wrong. Each echoing footstep in the dim hallway felt heavy, laden with whispers of things I couldn't understand. My brother Evan kept close to my side, his small hand gripped tightly in mine, as if our combined strength might shield us from the shadows. The Thomases welcomed us with fake smiles and warm embraces, but something in their eyes flickered like candle flames caught in a draft, an unsettling warmth that didn't quite reach their smiles. The house was an elaborate maze of polished oak and glistening chandeliers, but I was drawn to the room at the end of the hall, where the air grew colder, where the atmosphere thickened as if it were a living, breathing thing. "Let's explore," I suggested, hoping to distract Evan from the strange feeling crawling up my spine. He nodded reluctantly, his innocence clashing with the strange tension holding us captive. We ventured towards the room, the door slightly ajar, revealing a sliver of darkness within. A chill brushed against my skin as I took a step forward, watching the dust dance in the shaft of fading light, and I fought the surge of dread clawing at my chest. Inside, the walls were lined with peculiar portraits, faces that seemed to watch us, their eyes sharp and accusing. A strange inscription carved above the fireplace caught my attention. "In shadows lie the truths unspoken." My heart raced. This place felt like a trap carefully laid out, and yet I couldn't turn away. Something glimmered on the floor. Despite the darkness, I crouched down, inching closer to inspect it. It was a small rusty key, dirt-stained and oddly cold. Without thinking, I tucked it in my pocket, a decision I would soon come to regret. The air shifted, heavy with a sense of foreboding, as I felt an all-too-familiar presence. I turned to call Evan, but he was nowhere to be seen. "Evan!" Panic engulfed me as I rushed out of the room, back into the grand hallway. The house was labyrinthine, twisting beneath me like a living entity, and the laughter of Mrs. Thomas rang hollow, echoing off the walls. As I stumbled upon the garden, the forlorn sight of the fire maid came into view. Her eyes held secrets, and I felt a connection, a warning clothed in sorrow. "You shouldn't be here," she said, her voice a mere whisper carried by the wind. Before I could respond, a distant sound rippled through the air, a haunting melody. I spotted a silhouette darting between the hedges, a figure almost familiar. "Evan!" I screamed, the sound shattering the silence. But my yell was swallowed whole by a gust of wind that carried the deceitful laughter of the Thomases.